And welcome back, fellow adventurers, to Let's Play the Dig. When we left off, we had resurrected Brink from the dead using these alien life crystals. But there seems to be some kind of addictive effect with them. Brink says that he feels fine, better than fine actually. He feels energized and stronger than he's ever been before. But he seems to have developed this unhealthy obsession with the life crystals. So we probably don't want to use them ourselves unless we absolutely have to. Although, I guess someone else would have to use them on us if we were already dead. Anyway, so we just arrived at a new Spire, and it's time for Boston to go outside and see what's to be seen. Ooh. Pretty. And if you're not quite sure where Boston is, he's actually right down here. There's the cursor. So we just came out of there. We're going to go across this rock bridge. You can see that the waves are pretty enormous here. And what we want to get to is up on this side. So we're going to go across along the rocky cliffs here. So let's see, we need to get to the far side here. Just to be sure, I'm going to save my game really quick. I think this might be a place where you can actually die. So just to be safe, let's save. And you might imagine what we got to do here. As soon as that water comes up, we need to go across. Hey!
First time I ever did the wave all by myself.
But I believe there's a way we can make our trip back across easier. If we take a look at this boulder here.
This boulder is loose.
And we do have something which can act like a pry bar. This very strong as steel tusk.
I can't use these two things together.
Or not. I guess I misremembered. Let's see. Well, another thing that could act like a pry bar would be the shovel. So let's try that. Hey, we can... Now we can just walk back down when we need to. And I think it is possible, at least from my memory, for you to misjudge that jump, and then Boston just ends up falling down the cliff, and I think you have to restart at that point. It's a LucasArts game, which means there are ways to die. Oops, go back there. I just want to say again how much I love the music. The music on those last two screens was just... I love that stuff. Which way should we go first? Well, for one, there's a light bridge here. See, it's the same kind of pillar of stone or something.
That should have turned on another light bridge, and it didn't. Bummer. I guess when you abandon machinery long enough, it's going to get out of adjustment.
Actually, I'd prefer to say if you leave machines long enough, they just break and don't work. This is actually pretty amazing that it does anything. But his statement is actually a clue to the player when he says something might be out of adjustment, because you can see that there's a lens here, and you can actually fuss with it.
Just needs a little adjustment.
So what you do is go ahead and make adjustments until the light bridge actually works.
I can't open it.
Oops, that's the panel. There's always a difference between the device and the panel. There we go. So the light bridge is there. And now we can get between this spire and the museum spire using the light bridges. Let's see. Let's go this direction first, just because it's closer. And it's to the left. At least from Boston's point of view.
The way things have been going, I can pretty much bet that whatever that little beast just stole, I'm gonna want it really badly in a minute or two.
Boston's starting to pick up on the notion that he's actually in an adventure game, I think. So, if you recall from back when we were on the center island, these little critters, whatever they are, seem to be animals that like to collect things. And they appear to have collected some vital part which has sealed that door on the other side. So we'll need to get it back. First thing we can see here is a cave.
The last time I was small enough to get into a cave that size, I was 4 years old.
Alright, so a very small, tight fit there. You have a hole.
A small, round hole.
Pole.
A place for everything, and everything in its place.
How do you know it's supposed to be there, Boston? Anyway, I think he will pick this up. Yeah. So this is one of the few things that won't actually go into your inventory. So you have to use it on something that's close by.
That doesn't fit here.
So, can't use it yet. We have a rib cage.
Scavengers have picked these ribs clean, but the animal can't have been dead very long because the rib cage is still holding together.
Well derived, Boston. There's the panel.
It's missing a part.
So there's the cover for the panel, so we can pick up the cover, I think.
There's something moving in here.
Oh, that was the hole. Oh, there he is. Hello, you little rascal. Looks like he has several holes around here.
A thin metal plate with a button on it.
So once we get the part back, now we know how to open the door again.
A short metal dowel.
Okay, now if you go near the animal, he pretty much scurries away, I believe. Yep, there he goes. So what we have to do here is, basically, we need to make a trap for the guy. And there's a reason we need to make a trap for the guy. So we put the dowel in the hole, and he says it's a nice fit. That's a good sign. Now let's see if we can put it on the pin. Yes. Alright, now I think we put the rib cage down first. It's another thing that took me a little bit to figure out, though not as bad as some of the other puzzles. Oops, put that down there. Okay. So if you recall, this little critter is a scavenger, so chances are he probably likes to scavenge shiny things. So we happen to have a shiny bracelet, which also doubles as a tracker, because remember, this alien device here always seems to point towards the bracelet. So let's put the bracelet on the cage.
It won't accomplish anything.
Oops. Maybe I need to raise it. Let's see, I'm trying to remember what else I'm supposed to do here. There might be a triggering mechanism or something. Oh, that's it. Yeah, I'm missing one other piece. I'm missing the thing to prop it up. And it may not be in this area. It may be another part of the spire. So we may just have to come back here. Oh, no, there it is. The rod. Haha. Okay, now I think we're good to go.
If only I had some bait for this trap. But I'll just have to play sheepdog.
Actually, no. You do have bait, Boston.
I can't use these two things together.
Oh. Well, maybe the bracelet wasn't the bait. Maybe something else was the bait, and then I'm supposed to put the bracelet on him while he's trapped. Maybe a blue crystal?
I can't use these two things together.
No. Life crystal?
It won't accomplish anything.
I guess we need to find something else that's worth collecting for the little animal. But at least the trap's ready to go. So let's check out the other area and see if it has what we're looking for. Got a crevice, or crevasse, I guess. I don't know. Are those two different things? Ooh, a blue rod. Now that reminds me of the same blue color that was in the center area under the water that's on the other side of the dark cave. So that's maybe something we want to check out. We got a crevice here.
Yeah, right. Like I'm gonna stick my hand in some crack in the rock on an alien planet.
Probably a wise thing not to do. I'll agree to that. Don't see anything else, so okay, let's go back. I don't know. Would the blue rod work as bait for the trap? We can try it, I guess. I guess the other thing that might work for bait would be food, although we haven't found any food yet. Could we maybe dig out this cave, actually? Try with the shovel.
Sorry, friend, but your little house is about to get a big front door. That looks big enough to squeeze through.
Oh, okay. Oh, we made the cave bigger. We can actually fit in it. Oh, we did make it a lot bigger. It looks a lot bigger on this side, actually, than from what we could see him digging there. But anyway... There's a critter hole, critter hole, critter hole. Oof. He's definitely dwelling in this area. That's for sure. But I still don't see anything to use as bait.
It's the critter's empty nest.
Can we dig that out too?
It's the critter's empty nest.
Oh, maybe not.
It's the critter's empty nest.
Same thing. Let's just try that rod again. Something's got to be bait for this thing.
It won't accomplish anything.
Maybe I'm just remembering it wrong. Maybe you don't actually need any bait. Well, let's see if we can get him out here.
There's something moving in here. A lot of useless junk collected by that little thief.
That didn't work. Maybe this hole.
A lot of useless junk collected by that little thief.
Oh, there he goes. Okay.
There's something moving in here.
We can get him out whenever we want to, it seems. That's not what I wanted to do. We just need to make sure he gets herded in the right direction.
There's something moving in here.
No, because then he just runs that way.
Just unidentifiable junk left by that critter.
Okay, so we can't make him come out of this one. We can only make him come out of these two.
There's something moving in here. Shut tight and solid.
Oops. I'm starting to think that there is a way that you can just get him to hit that trap. He's perfectly content to just go around us.
There's something moving in here.
If I stand over here, maybe? There we go. Haha!
Now I've got you. If I let you out, you'll head for the place where you hide nice shiny machinery parts. The only trouble is, how am I gonna follow you?
Okay, so I remembered incorrectly. You don't actually need bait. You just need to be able to... I guess the clue was when he said he plays sheepdog. You just have to herd him in the right direction. But now that he is trapped, now we can put the bracelet on him. And now we free him.
It's a small alien critter with an electronic collar.
Yes. So let's actually get the trap off him. Oh, can we keep the rod? Might as well if we can.
A thin metal rod.
You never know, it might come in handy.
Go, little creature. Roam free, wherever your thieving little heart desires.
Alright, now we make our way into the cave again, where the creature's nest is. And now we can use the device to find him.
It's got to be right under here. This is where the tracker's pointing.
And now, once again, we show why this game is so aptly called The Dig.
What if I hadn't brought this shovel along? No, that's not worth thinking about. The critter sure didn't like that. He took off down one of his tunnels.
There's the part.
Now maybe I can get the door open.
Alright. So we use the part back here.
Now with any luck, this will work.
Put the cover back on.
Now let's get this thing closed up and see if it works.
And press the button.
Open sesame.
Indeed. Alright, let's see what's here. Ooh, we have another rod. This one is green.
Another one of these engraved sticks.
One more plate. I think we just need one more now. Faint light up top. And a button. Button doesn't seem to do anything. Let's take a look at the twin scepters.
The scepter seems to have an electrical charge.
We have a blue... No, we have a silver scepter and a gold scepter. See if we use them on the light. Ooh. Looks like some kind of planetarium here. And it looks like we can move the moon around the planet. Cool. Let's see what this silver one does. Okay, so it looks like the gold one moves the larger moon, and the silver one seems to move the smaller moon. Yeah, okay. Gotcha. Interesting. They seem to bring it to some default position when you click on the planet.
It's the ceiling of the dome.
Indeed. It's a nice holographic projection. So here we can back up and see what it actually looks like. So this is some kind of, well, I guess more planetarium would be the best way to put it. So that faint light must be projecting this image here. Let's see if the button does something now. Nope, still didn't do anything. But we have these scepters, so I think we can probably just come back here and mess with this whenever we want. Also, it seems that I was wrong. I thought that both this planet that we're on and these two moons were all actually moons of a larger planet. But I don't see this. I don't see the ringed planet that we saw out in the sky anywhere around here. So now I'm really confused. I have no idea how this solar system is supposed to work. I guess the game designers were not particularly interested in astronomical accuracy. A bit of a shame, given that this is kind of a science fiction show, but oh well. I think what I want to do next is see if that blue rod that we picked up might do something in that central underwater area. So let's head back to the Nexus. It's a good thing they don't show him having to walk the entire way down there. They just kind of cut to him in the distance there. Back into the hamster wheel. And up we go. Into the tunnel. And into the airlock. Oops, just locked myself out. I'm a smart adventurer. Okay, now we close it. Okay, if we get the power back on, hopefully we can get to that other spire. So this is what I mean. This color looks a lot like these crystals, so maybe this one will fit in the hole. That works. So now it's the sliding crystal puzzle. So you can see right here, when you click on this crystal, you see the top here has a certain amount of opacity to it. And as you see, as I slide the crystal, that opacity gets slightly dimmer or slightly brighter. So the trick of the puzzle is to get it as bright as possible. So that looks like about that for the left one. That's the middle one. There we go. And it turns on. Although I have to admit, this one took me a little bit to figure out as well, because I didn't immediately notice that top part there getting brighter or dimmer. It was kind of subtle. So, now we have, hopefully all 5 of the surrounding islands should now all have power from the central power plant that we turned on earlier.
It's where all the crystals meet.
So let's see, where's the exit? There it is. Okay. There's the tram that we called. And now it's moving again. Let's get out of this airlock. So I think that's pretty much it for this area. I don't think we'll be coming back now that we've established power links to everywhere we need to be. Time to explore elsewhere. Now let's see. Yeah, I think this was the one that where the tram was broken. Yes. And it doesn't look like the tram is here yet, so let's just make sure and call it. Wonder where we'll end up this time. In we go. Well, the last place we get off, there was a lot of crashing waves, but here, water's pretty calm. Well, let's head over into the Spire. Pretty, but nothing to see down here. Guess we'll just have to head up. and climb. Now you notice here there's a withered old tree, and you recall in the museum that the aliens had revered one of their kind above all others, seemingly, and had buried him and placed a tree above his grave. So maybe that grave is around here somewhere. We have a stone plate.
I can't move this thing with my bare hands.
Hey.
It's half buried in dirt and rubble.
Huh. So you can't move it because it's heavy or because it's buried? Maybe we can use the shovel on it.
Let's see if this plate can be moved.
Hole. Ooh.
Could this be some sort of burial chamber?
Indeed, maybe it is. It's a small hole here.
It's a roughly carved hole in the wall. What purpose could this have had?
Let's see. Maybe it just needs a little power. We do have a battery with us. At least something that seems to act like a battery. Nice. Alright, sometimes my memory is not so faulty. Got a shutter up here.
There's light seeping through from outside. If only I could see better.
Well, let's see. Maybe we can mess with that shutter from the other side. So now we know it's a tomb. Let's see. Let's come around here. The path keeps going. Cave interior. Oh, we have another light bridge here.
Uh-oh. Looks like the warranty must have run out on this light bridge.
So if it's not the lens...
Just needs a little adjustment. Okay, so maybe it needs a little more adjustment.
I think this is how the lens is supposed to be. Let's see if it works now. Yay! I can't believe I remembered that. I mean, seriously, folks, it has literally been many, many years since I've played this game. Nice. Alright, 3 light bridges activated. 3 more to go. Or 2 more to go, I think. Yes, 2 more islands to go. Have an engraving here. So here we see a rock carving here, and you'll see that what looks like 2 crescent moons that are right in the engraving, and what looks like a little planet with a smaller planet casting a shadow. So what we have here is actually an engraving of a eclipse, where you have the smaller moon eclipsing the larger moon in the sky. Something that we can't have here on Earth because we only have 1 moon, but this one has 2. So this actually works. So we do have a place where we saw where we can manipulate celestial objects back in the planetarium. So that may be the place to go next. We have bat creatures here, which scurried away as soon as we showed up. Hopefully they're not dangerous.
The bat things are up on the ceiling. What do I have that can reach clear up there?
could shine the flashlight. Oh! They do not like the light.
It's amazing how parallel evolution on two different worlds made bats look completely weird and disgusting in both places.
Well, now we can know. Now we know we can make the bats go crazy in this cave if we want to.
Here you are, Brink. You haven't been answering.
I was busy, trying to concentrate on my work. I don't have time for interruptions.
In other words, you want me to go away.
Those are the right words. Go away.
Brink? You do not seem like a healthy man here. Looks like he's working on some relic.
This looks like some pretty badly deteriorated machinery. Brink.
See if we can talk to him. We talk some sense into him.
What's the project you're working on here?
You're not a scientist. There's no way you could understand it.
Oh, I get it. I can figure out alien technologies, turn the power on, work the Tram system, adjust the light bridge lenses, repair broken door control panels, and even resurrect one dead scientist. But no, I'd never understand your work.
I know you mean well, Commander Lowe, but I'm not working at the level of ordinary human beings right now.
Oh, really?
Brink, I'm worried about your health.
Don't be. I've never felt better.
Your behavior isn't rational.
What do you know about my behavior? What do you know about my rationality? No one has ever been healthier or more rational than I am right now.
I think by that very statement, you've proved the opposite.
Maggie's worried about you. Okay, I am too.
I'm fine, Commander. I've never felt better.
But we're just...
I am fine!
Maggie's work on data retrieval is going well.
Then go talk to Maggie about it.
Jeez.
With all your newfound brilliance, Brink, can you make any sense out of this?
I don't have time to analyze every meaningless bit of debris you pick up and carry around with you, Commander Lowe.
It's not meaningless. It's obviously something that's engraved. Jeez.
I'm worried that these life crystals may have side effects.
The only side effect is the envy of people who haven't used them.
Have you used more of them?
Their effect on health and intelligence increases with each use.
What about their effect on sanity?
These life crystals are the most important technology ever created. They are the answer to everything.
I use life crystal. Roll sand.
These light bridges link the spires. It's a lot faster than using the trams.
I'm so happy for you.
I detect a bit of sarcasm.
I found a bunch of these metal plates. When we've got them all, maybe we can go home. You remember home, don't you, Brink? Earth, family, friends, food.
You're doing very well, Commander Lowe. By all means, go find the rest of the metal plates. Go quickly. Go now.
I don't know what you're doing right now, Brink, but those ghosts had things they wanted us to do, and we need to get home, and you're not doing either one.
What I'm doing is more important. But I'll never accomplish anything while I have incessant interruptions.
Well, I guess we couldn't talk any sense into him. He just wants to do his own thing. So, I guess we have no choice, just to leave him here. We can't make him go anywhere just by ourselves. Everyone stubbornly just wants to do their own thing here. It's not much of a team. Alright, well, now we can use the light bridges to get easily back and forth, like I've said before. So if we want to get back to... Let's see what these spires are called here. So, the one we're just on is now called the Tomb Spire. That's the museum one. And the other one, yes, the Planetarium Spire. So it's actually named after that planetarium chamber. I'm an astronomer, I can appreciate that. So let's go over here. See if we can recreate that moon alignment. So we use the rods. Shift these things around here. Now I think we need it to be on the sunlit side because we need to cast a shadow. And we need to have the small moon between us and the big moon. So, I keep tweaking this, but it's got to be something like that. Ah! Uh-oh.
No! Why is that door closing? He didn't steal that part again, did he? I'm trapped in here?
What about the button?
Ha! The controls still work on this side.
Yeah, so that's a quick little fake out by the game designers. They're like, oh, you accomplished something, now you're trapped forever. Well, actually, you're not. You just hit the button and it opens. That one did freak me out briefly, though, I have to admit, when I first played it. They did get me on that one. I thought I would have to dig my way out of the room or something. Okay, so let's head back to the tomb, now that we've organized the moons correctly. This way.
I thought those moons were in a synchronous orbit. What could have caused the moons to move?
And this is the point where, I'm sorry, I just have to suspend all disbelief here to make this work, because as an astronomer, there's a lot of things in science fiction I can accept. I can accept alien spacecraft traveling faster than light. I can accept even aliens with crystals that can revitalize the dead and bring them back to life. But the idea that these aliens could become so powerful that they could actually physically move these moons and change their orbits, that is just ridiculous. I'm sorry. When I realized that it wasn't just in the planetarium, that the actual moons had moved, I was just like, oh, come on. No way. Now there is that shutter that we saw, and we need to find out the other side of that shutter, I think. I thought it was maybe around here somewhere. I'm trying to remember. We need to get the light of the moons into that tomb, if I recall correctly. It's not enough just to have their positions be correct. Let's head down.
There's light seeping through from outside. If only I could see better. There's light seeping through from outside.
Yeah.
If only I could see better.
I know there's something you gotta do, I think, in order to make this work. Think, Vexus, think. Well, I'll have a think about it. We're coming down on time for this episode anyway. So when we come back, we'll try to see if we can access more of the tomb and see what's to be seen down in the resting place of what was apparently the most revered of all of these aliens. Until then, fellow adventurers, take care.